Hello, fellow vapors. This is Crash with CrashVapes.com. Today, I've got some stuff in front of me. It's a Orion version 2.1 and a iHybrid version 2.1 standard. The other day, I was on ECF and I saw somebody asking about the height difference and size difference between the Orion in 350 mode and the iHybrid in 350 mode. So I figured I'd come on here and just go ahead and put these together in different ways, have a little vape, and we'll talk about it. So, as you can see, have them all laid out here. Let's see if we can get this to focus in nicely. Do a little autofocus off if I can get it. Looks pretty good. Okay, so over here on this side, you have all your Orion parts. And then over here on this side, you have all of your iHybrid parts. And let's go ahead and assemble these guys and have a look at them. So we'll start with the Orion. Let's take, well, first, let me show you what we have here. Here's your Orion atomizer piece with a switch in it, your top cap with the drip tip built in. Then you have your 650 sleeve, 650 adapter sleeve that goes in there, bottom cap. On this side, we have our top cap with a drip tip that I've added. Then you have your atomizer piece. You have your tank protector. I broke mine because I didn't have this on and I dropped it. So I'm running the stainless. You have your 650 tube right here, your 350 tube, and your bottom switch. So now to assemble, let's just move the 650 parts out of the way and take our battery. And on the Orion, as you all know, you do positive side down if you own one of these. If you don't own one, positive side down always. If you put it positive side up, bad things happen. I think it'll actually automatically fire itself and it can get super hot, and heaven forbid you have some sort of failure. There it is in 350 mode. And on these I have a 32 Canthal 4-3 twisted wire on 500 stainless steel mesh. So then you take your top cap, screw this guy down, if I can get it. Okay, so there's your Orion, all set up, good to go, ready to vape. And we will take our iHybrid, take our 350 tube, screw it on to the bottom of your atomizer piece. Take our battery. I just do positive side up on these. It's kind of the standard. I don't know if you can do it the other way. Haven't tried. Screw that guy on. And then I still like running the sleeve. I think it kind of completes the look of the device. I did get the little sleeve that you can just screw on right there for when you're running with no protector, but I like running this thing. Screw that on like so, and then you take your top cap, get your wick lined up. As you can see, this isn't going to focus because I got it turned off, but same coil, same mesh on this, 500 stainless, 32 gauge Canthal, twisted with a 3/4 wrap. Pop that on there, and there's your size difference. iHybrid's out of frame. Let's go up a little bit here. Okay, so between the two, obviously the iHybrid is significantly bigger. Not a big deal in my book at all. There's in no way is that a deal breaker. Let's zero my calipers here. I've got this in American standard, not metric. And let me lock this because I keep pushing down on it. Okay, so the iHybrid, I would say it's 5.565, so I'd say that's 5.5 inches tall with the drip tip that I have attached. Obviously, you can get different drip tips. I'm just doing it attached because the Orion has one attached. I figure that's more of an apples to apples. But I guess if I was going to get real technical, I would find a drip tip that's roughly the same height as the Orions. And then here we've got 4.439, so let's just say 4.5 inches. So it's about an inch difference between the two. Not a big deal. Fitment in the hand. You can see the Orion, very small. iHybrid's a little bigger, but in no way, shape, or form a deal breaker on this device for me. I like both of these. I'd like to say equally, and I believe that I like them both equally. I haven't upsized the air hole on this yet, as you can see, which I think I might do. But even with the way it is, man, these things both just rock. So let's have some vaping here and show you how they work. I'll focus back on. Okay, so start with the iHybrid. Unlock my switch here. And in this, I have some 6 milligram Freedom Smoke USA Max Blend that I reduced from 12 milligram 50/50 with 100% VG. So it was 30 mil of 12 milligram 50/50 and 30 mil of 100% VG. So it's a very thick juice, but it wicks perfectly with this wick in here, and tons of vapor. Great flavor too. Both of these batteries, one of them was used a little, and one of them was brand new. I don't know which was which because they're both the same, and I didn't keep them separated. But I mean, it's negligible the amount of difference that's going on in the battery voltage. As you can see, this iHybrid, man, it's just great. It's a great device. Faceless, thank you. Or maybe I should be mad at you because you make LEs and I got to buy every one of them now because they're all great. But anyhow, yeah, no, this thing's awesome. So now let's go to the Orion. Still great device, nice and small. I mean, the size on this thing is just, it's minuscule. I mean, you can barely see it. You can see the tip. It's just, it's so small, which is awesome. I mean, if you're a stealth vapor out in public, if you don't like to have 1,000 questions like most of us have gotten over the last few years of vaping, or even for you new guys that are out vaping in public, you know, you get a lot of people asking all kinds of stuff. What is that? Is there pot in there? And, you know, all this, whatever. So for this device, you know, it's good for the size. It's just, it's great. In this, I've got some fluid. This is, it's full flavor fluid that I got from 310 Vapors, and then I reduced it with 50/50 mix of PG/VG at 50%. So it's 50% full strength, 50% my reducer with no flavor added, and that's where I come up with that. So let's have a vape. This thing's just great. I mean, both of these are great. I think I already said that once. I love both of these devices. They both, I mean, they're just both so good. The Orion, for its size, being super small like this, is awesome if you're, like I said, in public and you don't want to answer 1,000 questions, or maybe if you're wearing not so loose fitting clothes, being that it's a skinnier and smaller device, putting it in your pocket is not as obvious that you've got something large in your pocket. And yeah, works real well. I live in California. It's, I don't know, 60 something, 70 degrees, sunny outside right now, somewhere in shorts. And I'm pretty much always in shorts that have pretty good sized pockets, kind of baggy pockets. So for me, it doesn't matter between the two devices, which I carry with me. I carry both often, and I switch between the two often. I'd set this down for a few days because I just got the iHybrid and I was just totally loving it. So this was all I was vaping for a couple days, and then you know today I put a new tank on here because I've gotten some new tanks and filled it up with some delicious fluid because I hadn't vaped that in a few days as well. Figured I'd go back to it. I like to kind of take juice breaks from time to time, just give my tongue a rest, get some other flavors in there. Let's just do a battery switch. So we're making sure that we're not getting completely different vapor due to batteries. I'll hold this one up here. Oh, drop that one there. Pop that guy in. So you can see I actually switched them. Positive side down. Okay, now we'll do another back-to-back vape. As you can see, I mean, both these devices are just awesome. Totally awesome. While we're here, we might as well put them both in 650 mode for fun. So we'll pull our switch off of this guy. I usually, well, I was going to say I usually vape these in 650 mode, but I really just kind of change whenever I feel like it. I don't particularly care either way which mode they're in. I think that they're great in both modes. You know, obviously with the Orion, when I'm in the more stealthiness mode, I'll put that guy in short mode, 350 mode, and vape that more. Put our battery in here, and this is just a standard IMR 650. I think it's a 1500 milliamp. It's nothing special, no AW or anything like that. But in the Orion, I'm going to put this Mars Fire. This guy is absolutely insane. Killer battery. It's 2600 milliamp. So with this guy, we just pull. Another thing I really like about the Orion, to switch between your 650 mode and your 350 mode, you unscrew the bottom, you pull out your battery, set it aside, grab your sleeve, screw the sleeve on, take your battery, positive down, and then screw on your bottom cap. Really easy to convert between the two. iHybrid's a little bit more because you got an extra step, but I mean it's still great. But there you have it. There's our overall here. And let's see, I can measure the Orion. The iHybrid's too tall for these calipers, but the Orion here in 650 mode, 5.7. So 5.7 inches, and we know that the iHybrid's an inch taller, so it's about 6.7, 6 3/4, roughly. But here, we'll have a vape with it this way. Obviously, the batteries being different, I mean, we get different temperatures out of these two, but they're still, I mean, having the standard IMR and the iHybrid is no fault. There's our Orion with our delicious fluid. I'll go to the iHybrid. God, this thing's great. Just awesome. Faceless, damn you. Why'd you have to make it so good? I don't know what more to say about either of these. I mean, they're both awesome. I get excited every time I pull one of them out of my pocket and go to vape on it. They're awesome. I have a Zen as well. It's good. In my other video, you know, I said it basically has its place. It's not a device you can put in your pocket because of the bottom fire switch. Not having any locks on it. You know, you can't lock it out. It is what it is, but it's super smooth. Awesome feeling device. The size, between the three of these, the height, I mean, these are all in 650 mode. I don't have a 350 on the Zen, so I can't give you a comparison there. But, you know, between these two, I mean, that's pretty darn close. The Zen looks to be just a tad bit taller. But this one is the skinniest of the three, which is very interesting. This one is 860.860, upside down 860. And you have your Orion 886. I mean, they're all so minor, but being something you hold all day, you can definitely feel a difference. And then 977. So the iHybrid's the thickest of the three, but in no fault. It doesn't make any difference to me on those sizes. I mean, it's still just awesome. So anyhow, I guess that's pretty much all I got for right now. If you've been contemplating either device, you can't go wrong with either one of them. They're both great. They both have awesome power, awesome vapor production. The fit and finish is great. The feel is great. It's all good. Can't go wrong. That's it. Thanks much. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.